Hello everyone, I am Rehan Sefi, and today, as we all know, that we are here for debating on an amazing, controversial, and debatable topic, that is online classes versus offline classes. Which classes are better? Well, in my approach, online classes are far better than the offline classes. Today, I would like to thank to Mr. Akram sir for having me here, and then I would like to thank to this mic, then to this camera, then to this madrasa, then to everyone I would like to thank. Now let's start. First of all, my first point is all about the job and the promotion. You know what? While doing any kind of job, you can elevate yourself. While doing any kind of job, you can promote yourself just by the virtue of the online classes. How? Suppose you are a primary class teacher. So from the primary class teacher, you can become a PGT or the TGT. Then from the PGT or the TGT, you can become a lecturer in the school. Then you can become a lecturer in the college. You can elevate yourself, you can promote yourself just by the virtue of the online classes. Because there are a lot of online platforms where the online courses are available, like Career Lab, Grade Up, even YouTube also. The courses are available for free of cost, and there you can elevate yourself, and there you can promote yourself free of cost, and you can make money also. You can save your time also. That's for the job. That's for people who do the job. What about us? What about me? What about I? What about the students? You know what? While working on any shop, while working on any medical store, while working anywhere, while visiting, while traveling, while sitting, while dying, while eating, while doing anything, you can take the online classes. And there's the very good benefit which I notice in the online classes. In the online classes. Now you may speak.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Mohammed Nawid and today we are debating on a crucial and controversial topic. The topic is about online studies and offline studies. There are several numerous and enormous reasons why I am gonna to favor the offline classes. Let me start with my points. So my first point which I would like to mention is, see, the online classes, these were begun just because of the compulsion which was standing in front of us, that was COVID-19, and we could not go and have an interaction between the people, among the people. That was the reason. Otherwise there was no reason and there is no benefit of taking these classes. Next thing which I would like to mention about this is the practicals are not available, like we cannot play the games, and we cannot operate the computers in the schools, and we cannot celebrate the programs of festivals in the schools like dancing and singing, and many more competitions takes place. We cannot have good participation in these kind of things in online classes. Next thing, I would like to give answers to my some opponents. They were mentioning, like Arwaz and Junaid, they both are mentioning something about the female teachers, that students woo them and many more things they do. So you know what happens in the online classes? There is a teacher, Himanshi Singh, on YouTube. You know which kind of questions student ask to her? What's your height? And which kind of boys do you like? Can we date? Who is your boyfriend? I love you. Do you like me, ma'am? These kind of questions they're asking in the online classes. Can you ask these kind of questions in the offline? Definitely not. But they're asking in online because they know they cannot do anything with them. These kind of things. And the teachers are promoting it. They are giving answers to those students. Why? Because they are sitting there just to earn the money. They have nothing to do with your studies. Next thing which I would like to mention about Suhan. He was talking about the behavior. Do you have Suhan? You are talking about the behaviors of student. Do you have salt in your toothpaste? These kind of questions a student was asking to his vice principal of his school in the online class, that sir, do you have salt in your toothpaste? These kind of things are available. And second thing, you were mentioning, meet me outside. Student says to the teacher, so brother, can you say this thing to Akram sir? Then meet me outside. You cannot say. Why? Because you fear him and you respect him. So those students who do not fear, who do not respect, definitely they are going to say these kind of things to their teacher. And next thing which you are mentioning, okay, now you may speak.
Should I start? Okay. As Navid brother was mentioning about some practicals like computers, games, and many more things he was talking about. So let me tell you this thing, that now still we are not just operating the computers in my school. There are the computers lab, there are the physics lab, there are the science labs, but the students are not going there. Those are just for the idle, just structures are there and nothing else. Those are just like that, just for the show off or the showpiece. Now I would like to give answer to some my opponents like Faizan brother, as he was mentioning about the mobile phone and the internet. Like today, the poor people have not the mobile phone. Everyone has not the mobile phone. You were saying something like this. Yeah, you were saying. I'm saying you were saying. You know what? Yeah. Secondly, you were talking about the environment. You know what? Which kind of environment do you get in the offline classes? Which kind of environment? Like this. Okay, it's just one offline classes. One offline class. In the India, there are thousands, there are millions of offline classes. There, you get a very bad environment there. Okay, I'm not talking about all, but now, secondly, you were talking about the parents. Like the parent or the parents do not know that what is my child doing. There is a copy, there is a phone, and the parents think that my child is studying, but the actual he is not studying. You were saying this thing. You were saying this thing. So in the offline classes, it is Sam who is going with you to the school. No one, neither your father nor your mother is going with you to the school. So there they are unable to see that what are you doing. Now, secondly, I would like to give answer to the Saqib and the Ayan. As the Saqib brother was mentioning about the teachers, that the teachers explain everything in the detail. You know what? Let me tell you about my teacher. My teacher name is Pushpender Kumar sir, and he is the political science teacher. Now, I would not like to criticize my teacher because he is my elder. Many more things. You know what? Once when I was in the 11th class, then I asked to him that, sir, what is the meaning of PK Thungan Samiti? You know what? Actually, the PK Thungan Samiti was made in the 1989, and at the time the Bhagat Singh was not there. Bhagat Singh was not there. So I asked to him, sir, what is the PK Thungan Samiti? Because yesterday he said to us that tomorrow you have to ask some doubts which you have. So I asked my doubt that what is the PK Thungan Samiti? Then instead of replying, do you know what? What did he say to me? Son, the Bhagat Singh was a very good person. He used to eat dahi chawal with the rajma. These all things he was telling to me. I mean to say that he was not telling anything related to the Pika Thungan Samiti. He was talking about the Bhagat Singh who has died earlier before the Pika Thungan Samiti. These kind of details, these kind of getting from the teachers. Okay, now I would like to give answer to the Saif Ali brother. As he was talking about the technical issues, you know what? I agree that there is also technical issue here in the Mustafabad, in the lower towns. You know what? The technical issue just takes place for the one day, more than 3 days. Okay, 1 week, not for the year, not for the infinite time. It doesn't take like this. It doesn't be like this. So it's just an excuse which you are giving to us, and you are just trying to hide you are just trying not to take the online classes. That's all.
Now, I would like to give answers to some of my opponents. As Suhan Sefania, he was mentioning something about the time, that we can save our time through the online class. Let me tell you which kind of time he can save. He's talking about this time. This time he saves, like making the reels, dancing on the Instagram via taking the online classes. This is his saving of time. Amazing time you are saving, brother. You should keep on continuing this. And next thing which I would like to mention, as Arwaz was mentioning about the students are just going to propose the girls. Do you know about a viral video, Shweta? There was a girl, she told everything about her and what happened with his boyfriend who was Pandit, and everything she told in the online class, and it was so much famous, and she was disrespected and criticized a lot. This what happened in the online class, and people recorded it and they just made it viral. And next thing which I would like to mention is Swan was talking about the free time, as I told him what he does in the free time after taking the online classes. And next thing he was saying that in the night we can take the class, in the evening we can take the class, whenever we want we can take the class. So brother, it's the class, it's not food. Whenever you want you can take. You have to see the teacher is free or not, the other students are free or not. At that time you are gonna to take the class. Okay, it's not like that. And next thing, as you were mentioning something about the promotions, we can have promotions via online classes, online jobs. Brother, in the government job if I talk about, so definitely you are going to have 2 to 3 promotions. Like if you became TGT, then you will be PGT, then vice principal, principal, like this. And if you become, and you can become also the head of the 4 schools of your area as well by the promotions. And next thing which I would like to mention and give answer to some of my opponents like Danish, he was mentioning something about the uniform, fee, and many more things. When my brothers used to take the class, so their teacher told them and ordered them that you have to wear the dress even for taking the online class. So how can you say that we can save our money because of these kind of online classes? We need to wear the cloth even there. And the fees definitely we need to pay. And the parents, if you will ask to the parents, definitely they are going to prefer the offline classes for their children. And next thing I would like to mention about the students who are mentally impaired, like who are not fit. You cannot give them online classes because it's not cup of tea for them to understand anything. They are a bit mad, they are dumb, they are blind, they are deaf. How can they understand anything via online classes? They need offline classes. They need a person who is standing in front of them and teaching them and telling them every single thing. Now you may speak.
Okay, now my last point is all about the recording. As everyone has said that we can record the classes and all. So that's what I would like to say, that sometimes what happens in the offline classes, the teachers do not want to teach and the students want to learn. But sometimes students want to learn but the teachers do not want to teach. In this situation, what happens? Your brain doesn't want to learn anything, and when your brain doesn't want to learn anything, it doesn't learn anything. So neither it is handy for me nor for you. You are wasting your time also and my time also. So because of this, in the online classes there is a mode that is called the recording mode. You can record the class, and after the class, when you want to learn from the bottom of your heart, then you can study, then you can rewatch the class 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 5 times, million, billion, times. You can rewatch the class as much as you want. And that's a very good facility of the online class, which I notice in the online classes. That's all what I wanted to speak on the online classes. Thanks for giving me a precious and the expensive time. Thank you.
Now I would like to give answer to Jishan sir, as he was mentioning about Amazon, Flipkart, Swiggy, and many more apps. So see, we are talking about online classes, not online platforms to deliver anything. And second thing, can you eat online food? Like I play a video of pizza, can you eat that? There is a difference. That's the difference. Ordering something online, it's different, and studying from online is different. Okay, there is a big difference in both of things. And next thing, you were mentioning something about the fees, as I told that about the fee and all. And you were talking about the uniform, that it's so much expensive. When I bought the uniform for my school in Arun Modern, so it was just 1000 rupees. I got everything of my uniform. And next thing, which there was a person, Danish, yeah, he was mentioning something about the private schools. In the private schools, teacher comes and they say take and something like that, and then students get the what the teacher want to say, and then they do the paper by cheating. Many more things you were mentioning something about. So brother, we are not talking about the private schools, we are talking about the online and offline. If the teacher is doing cheating in the offline, definitely he's going to do cheating in the online papers, in the online exams. That same thing applies on the student. If a student is cheating in the offline, definitely he can cheat in the online exams. And you leave it.